All right, give me just a second. I go turn my lights on because this is really hurting my eyes.
Good idea, actually. One sec. Hey guys, Future Jory here. Just wanted everyone to know that this gameplay has a lot of flashing screens. If you are sensitive to light in any way, please consider listening to this episode instead of watching the gameplay. It hurt our eyes during play, and neither of us are sensitive to it. Be forewarned, and thank you, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Two friends brought together through the power of the internet
I'm killing Clover!
decided to take on a challenge to find the best co-op games ever made.
Here, I'm this way. No, I don't.
Together they embarked on a journey through time, rediscovering the magic of classic games and sharing their adventures with the world.
Think about everything I said about this. I completely take it back.
Worst game ever.
Welcome to Just the Great Retro, where despite the name, we do play horrible games. We hope you enjoy this content as much as we enjoyed making it for you. Thank you.
Welcome back to Just the Great Retro. I'm your half-host, Jory, here with my co-host, Chronic. Today we'll be sharing our experiences with the first SNES game that I've ever played, and it's co-op.
This will be the second game in our Couch Co-op Chaos series. As a reminder, Jory and I have a list of over 500 co-op games, all made before the 7th-gen consoles, and we will be slowly playing through them and giving our opinion on a scale of 1 to 10.
Thank you for tuning in, and if you like the series or want to keep track of what we're playing and what we have played, subscribe and hit the little bell icon to stay informed. If you'd like to join the community, check out the description for more.
Aero Fighters is a vertical scrolling shooter originally released in arcades in 1992 and later ported to the SNES in 1993. Like its arcade counterpart, there are 4 nations to pick from: United States, Japan, Sweden, and the United Kingdom. Each of these nations have a pair of pilots, the main character of the two being controlled by player 1 and the sidekick by player 2.
With 8 characters in total, this was one of the largest rosters of playable characters when it was released. Each set of pilots had a nice back and forth dialogue between missions, with jokes, friendly competitions, and their own plot lines to justify their involvement in this confrontation. The dialogue was quite fun and unique.
Not only are the interactions between the characters unique, but they all had different designs of jets with unique weapon types split up between the players. Player 1's fire pattern being the most unique of the two, ranging from ninja stars to cross-firing homing missiles. It makes sense to stack the deck for player 1, as if they were playing solo, they would need a fighting chance for all the enemies.
During the entire time we were playing, I could just hear Kenny Loggins playing in the back of my head, Danger Zone! And I could feel myself just getting sucked into the action. While the firing mechanic does get quite tiring on the fingers after a moment, the constant need to move around on screen to avoid the hail of bullets coming your way will quickly distract you from the trigger finger pain, as well as intense boss battles at every stage.
Speaking of bosses, there are 7 stages split across 7 countries randomly decided at the start of each run. Each stage consists of at least one boss battle, ranging from giant robots in the desert to stealth bombers over the ocean. Each boss is unique and a lot of fun to figure out while still giving you a good challenge.
Once you finish the boss, you are moved to the next stage where you have to start the mission at square one, needing to pick up power-ups along the way. Power-ups are your best friend, and in most cases, they're the best way for you to be able to get past the stages. Unless you're on a mission of self-hatred, the stronger you are, the easier the mission is, so make sure to pick them up.
As with most arcade games, there are ways to get extra lives. One way is to beat certain bosses that will drop the 1-ups for you. The other way is to rack up 200,000 points. Luckily, once you are full up on power-ups, you can snag the power pods for a quick and easy 2,000 points.
Because this is a home version of an arcade game, there are some settings that you can mess around with. They give you the ability to change difficulties, causing enemies to fire less bullets, as well as the ability to set how many lives and even continues before you get a game over.
For a true challenge, you can set it to hard mode with 1 life and no continue, unlocking a secret super hard mode. There is also a prize for beating the end of the game. However, Jory and I were not skilled enough to see the end ourselves.
Because it is an arcade game, it is incredibly difficult. While we could have just set our game to easy and maxed out our lives as well as our continues, Chronic and I struggled with normal difficulty, as it felt that if we lowered our difficulty, it would have been a little bit like cheating. So we did decide to give it our best shot and made it to at least level 6 before getting a game over. Do you think you could have gotten further than us?
While ultimately there is an end to this game, the real idea behind Aero Fighters is the same as any other arcade game of its time, and that's getting the highest score you possibly can so you can gloat to all your friends.
That's right, it's all about the high score, baby! You get points for killing enemies, maxing out your attacks, and even picking up the currency of your chosen nation. Every nation has a fun little money sign for their currencies across the battlefield. These come from destroying ground bases and bonus enemies. You can battle with each other to get the highest score without dying, or just try to work together to get that extra life.
On top of the top tier gameplay, the music was unbelievable. Every stage was a banger, and I would gladly listen to this while flying in just about any game. The soundtrack is definitely worth listening to.
All in all, this was not only a great game, but it was a fantastic co-op game, and so far it is our #1 spot on the games we've played. This gets an easy 8 out of 10, only faulting slightly with the way that it ran when there were a lot of enemies on the screen, as well as many flashing lights, because it really did hurt our eyes. We would highly recommend this one.
That's it for this one, y'all. I really hope you enjoyed it. And remember to watch out for the next video. Next time, we will be playing 50 Cent Blood in the Sand for the PS2. Till next time, bye!